Good morning and welcome. And as you can see, we have low-lying fog. As predicted for once. So Cannock Chase is the area. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. It's very early. Sunrise is another 3/4 of an hour away. And I think it's going to burn off really quick. So, coming out early could be the advantage. Problem I've got is location, choosing the right location. Oh, I wonder if you've actually steamed up there. Choosing the right location is going to be critical. So I've chose a place where I've got options to move very quickly. Not walking too far from the car. This is phenomenal. This is unbelievable. This is definitely going to burn off quick. I think I've got probably an hour to make the most of this fantastic morning that's been presented to me. Oh man alive. I think I'm going to start shooting pretty quick. Some long exposures trying to get all this atmosphere in. And what I'll do, if it does disappear here, I'll shoot somewhere else and see if it's still hanging around. It's very patchy when I'm driving through. Very patchy. Very, very early. I don't even know what time it is now. Got to be at 6:05. Sunrise is 6:50. Something like that. My glasses are steaming up. Or is it my glasses steaming? It's not foggy. I'm going to grab a shot. I'm getting my camera out and grabbing a shot. Look at this. This. Right, these little trees here. That colour. I'm getting a shot. Okay. So it's such a simple shot. The foreground tree on the right side. The distant tree to give it depth on the left hand third. The colour. Phenomenal. So easy, so quick. I'm not going to hang around though. I'm going to move on quick and make the most of these conditions. I think there'll be a lot of shots very similar to this. Let's move on. Literally, it's took me 2 minutes to get set up. I think I'm going to leave the camera on the tripod. I think it's going to stop on there for quite a while. Unbelievable. What I will do is I will grab 2 shots. A lesson learned. First starting photography, farting, is to grab a couple of images before you move on. Do not rush that much, just a bit. So, okay, grab that, let's go. So conditions like this they're not rare, but they're rare to get out in these conditions. Fortunately, I've got that option some of the time where I can get out midweek, and it's midweek. Actually, yesterday was predicted better. Not sure if it was, probably, but I didn't expect it to be this good this morning. So Cannock Chase, we've got vast woodlands, plantation woodlands, it's massive. But we've also got massive areas of moorland with lots and lots and lots of lone trees. All silver birch, or nearly all silver birch. Now, this area I know quite well, and I know the sun rises from over this side pretty much all through the year. Obviously it travels a little bit. And down in the valley there there's a brook, so that normally creates atmosphere. What's amazed me this morning is how vibrant the heather is still. I'm amazed that we've still got a fair bit of colour in the heather. Again, some areas of Cannock Chase is full of heather, and this heather can really match the colours of the sky as well. So whether we can bring that out or not, I'm not sure, but I'm more concentrating on the subjects of these single lone trees, and obviously with the mist that we've got, the low-lying fog, that they just are emphasised so much more. So I've already took about half a dozen shots just walking along this path, and I think I'll probably stay in this area. Like I said before, I've got options, but I think I've chosen the right one. Who knows? But you know what? The right option is, I feel fantastic. The morning is beautiful. It's so still. It's so still. It's so beautiful. This shot I've got lined up is of this little group of trees in front of this path, and I quite like it. So because there's 3 sets of trees, let's basically say, nice bit of atmosphere and colour, but with this leading line as well, so I quite like that. Different compositions where I'm coming a little bit wider, etc., making more the path and the leading line, or going closer in. But I'm moving on, I can't wait. This is unbelievable. So I'm so fortunate this morning to have these conditions, and I can make the most of them. So what I'm actually doing is trying to pick the best characters. Now the fog is actually coming a little bit more, so it's created even more separation. This character of this tree is just fantastic, but I've actually incorporated the pathway that runs through as well, because I think it adds a little bit to the image, a bit of story to the image, a bit of content. But I think if I just move over a little bit, I'll get even better separation from this one leaf or one branch that's coming out from this left hand side. Before I lose this fog's going already. It's really coming through and changing quite quick. So I'm just going to jump in here, just get a little bit better separation. Just in the grasses. That's it. Now the only problem with that is I've lost the road, but you know what, I think I'll cope with that. That is one beautiful scene. I could even go a bit further. I'm going to go even further round because I think I can get it separated even better. The more I look, there we go, okay. Now we're talking. We've got loads better separation, but we've almost lost a bit of the story of the image, let's say. I still quite like it. It's more about the patterns and the light. So 2 totally different images within 10 yards. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And I'm just checking that everything's in focus, and the lens is starting to get a bit of moisture and fog on, so I'm just taking a couple of images, like I say. And then what I'm going to do is I'll put the lens cap back on just to protect it a little bit from all the damp that's in the air. Okay, shot done. Bit frantic, this one. It's a very, very frantic one. But fantastic. I love this type of photography. Love it. So just going back on what I said in the video, that I was on about the road coming through, but I'd got less separation. Well, there is separation there because of the atmosphere in between the foreground tree and the background trees. But I felt that I could get better separation if I moved to that left hand side. The problem with that was losing the road. So the first image is with the road in with less separation, and then the second image is with the less of the road but a lot better separation from the trees behind. Let me know which one you think you prefer. So things are extremely hectic, to say the least. I'm actually puffing and panting like a gun, but I'm just going to grab this shot because I like this bit of side light. The problem I've got is my glasses are steaming up, so I'm struggling to see. I don't really see that. Glasses steaming up, fantastic. But the sun is now rose and it's just got a different dimension. The reason why I like this shot, I like the foreground with that heather that's just side lit, and then this one single tree in the background there that's just beautiful, that gives depth to the image. I think I need to wipe my glasses, but this is just, this is just brilliant. So I've just come across some deer as I was photographing these silver birch. I've come over the other side of the road and just come across some deer, but there's a stag up the top there. I don't want to scare him. He's a good way away. I wonder if I can get down. I mean, these deer in the distance. Oh, it's the stag I'm after, really. Let's see what happens. I'm going to move close to him. Now move up, and then see where the stag ends up. I wonder if I can get up that way and block him off. He was in the mist. I don't think I got him. I don't think I was quite quick enough. I think I failed with the deer. Never mind, it doesn't matter, because this is just fantastic. How many times I've said that, I'll never know. I'm drawn to this scene because the light's hitting it, but it's the colour as well. It's that lovely golden light we're getting. On the side of this silver birch, we've got this bit of heather still there, but we've got the bracken turning as well, so we've got sort of the autumn coming into effect. Oh wow. So I've tried to take a couple of shots of that. There's one or two really interesting trees around this area, so that's what I'm trying to capture. That's the shot. I've gone a little bit wider as well, but it's just that angled tree on the left hand side, the silver birch with the light that's hitting it, and then them autumn colours coming into play. Beautiful. Now head down to Brockton Coppice, which is about a 5-minute drive away. Got back to the van and realised I unlocked it. Terrible, terrible. Anyway, so I'm going to head down to Brockton Coppice. Now, I've got my camera here just in case, because this corner, there's always some deer about. And it's coming up to rutting, so it should be quite active. So I'm just going to get the camera to hand just in case, and I can just face it out the side window, probably even get another cheeky shot. We'll never know. But let's head down to Brockton Coppice. Now what I'm hoping for at Brockton is we've still got this little bit of mist and atmosphere, but we're starting to get light rays through the trees, which will be quite nice. So that's sort of the next subject that I'm going to try and shoot, is the light rays coming through. We've come into Brockton and we're starting to lose that atmosphere a little bit, but I still like this scene. And every time I walk past here, it sort of really intrigues me. And I think it's this tree, this Y tree at the end. And I don't know if you can see that, but my lens is fogging up a bit. So it's starting to get used to the atmosphere, but I just like the light that's coming through there. I think that's a beautiful scene. Now with this, I can imagine I'm going to process it. Nice, soft, painterly effect, as always probably, but in my mind I've already processed it, trying to bring out these colours as well, and this light coming through from the right hand side. And there is still a little bit of atmosphere, so it looks really, really nice. And with the lens fogging up, it gives a bit of atmosphere, but and it's fogging up quite quick actually. So we've still got a bit of temperature change. Where have I put my rag? So I'll probably grab one more of those and focus a bit more central. Actually, I'm just going to move over a touch. There we go. There we go. That's better. But it's just the colours really doing it. Not colours and atmosphere, but we've got this lovely little pathway running through that just adds to the scene, coming in from the left hand side, bending round, you can just about make it out. We've still got a little bit of atmosphere. The light's still beautiful at the moment. It's still softening the light a little bit, but it's getting harsher as the morning goes on now, which it was expected. But I've just come across this scene here, and using the long lens, it just looks lovely. We're still getting that little bit of atmosphere, but then beautiful autumn colours on the floor. This interesting, I think it's a silver birch. It's quite a way away. Well, I'm almost sure it's a silver birch, but I'm going to move a bit more forward towards it and see if I can get a slightly wider shot. But if I go too wide, I'm going to start getting the sky just above it. But because we're above the tree, it's on the other bank, it's working quite nice. And just before I go any further, a big shout out to Miffy. Just bumped into an old client of mine that we've had 1 or 2 workshops around here. So she's filling her boots around at Cannock Chase, so that's fantastic. And she's been shortlisted for one of the landscape photography competitions. I think it's the British Landscape Photographer. So go and check her out. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's move forward and see if we can just improve on this composition a little bit, because just this little pocket looks phenomenal. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.